Yep.
And we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How come you paused? Were you getting your opera voice ready?
When did I pause?
Because I talk like this. Because I said, are you ready to record? And you're like, hang on.
Yeah. I was getting on my radio voice. Come on down to Pete's Automobiles, where Pete is auto for your mobile.
Right, that makes no sense.
Say the promo word mobile to get 3 free mobiles from Pete's
Oh,
Automobiles.
no. I shouldn't have said anything. Pete's Automobiles.
Brought to you by PK Chewing Gum. The gum that you can chew while looking at your PK meter. Please note,
What's
PK,
a PK meter?
It's from Ghostbusters. It was on the original. Was on TV last night.
Right.
Yeah.
How good's the original?
I wasn't allowed to watch it. My wife wouldn't let me watch it.
Oh, why not?
She said it
Too
was
many
stupid.
ghosts? Not enough busting?
Said it was stupid.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Fair
I wasn't
enough.
allowed to watch it.
Right, okay. It is stupid, that's the whole point.
On the grounds it was stupid, so...
Yeah. Well, it's not exactly a documentary.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, before we get started on anything, have I mentioned to you either on air or off air about the great economic collapse of 2016?
No.
You sure I haven't
There's
mentioned
gonna be
this? Well, yeah, this is the thing, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, so I thought if I could just touch on it, so that way I'm on record. That this is going back like even 3 or 4 years ago, a couple of different various people had predicted that 2016 would be a huge financial crash.
Right.
And there's a couple of people who wrote books on the crash of 2016, and there's a few obviously nut jobs like anything like this, but a couple of people who are well respected, investors and all that, all said the same thing.
Right.
And it's just interesting that the year opened with the Chinese market going to shit. And when I went on news.com.au today, the main story is ripple effect could bring world chaos. A billionaire investor has spotted a serious problem, and if he's right, it will be felt from New York to Australia. So I just wanted to go on record saying people need to, there's been people who've talked about it, and if you actually Google crash of 2016, and I'll just do that now.
Yeah.
Now, the one guy who did write a book on it, called The Crash of 2016 by Tom Hartman, Thom. He's a nut job. Stay away from that fucker. I read a book of his many years ago and thought it was really cool, and I was all like,
aliens are real. Yeah.
Well, no, not aliens, but I thought
yeah.
he was a bit of I was like, oh, this guy fucking knows shit, but he's a nut job.
Right.
So, yeah, stay away from that fucking
right.
freak.
Right.
But
kind of like Terence McKenna crazy, or not that far crazy?
A whole long story, so...
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there's things like Market Watch, countdown to stock market crash of 2016 is ticking louder. Crash of 2016, like there's a few, there's a few people that have actually said that there's going to be a crash in 2016. So I just want to go on record saying I think there's some signs of that possibility, and obviously, like anything, I'm being a bit of an astrologer saying that, when it doesn't happen, I was like, well... Just be interesting to, so I just wanted to go on
Be
record
interesting to see, won't it?
Just so just so if it does happen, and I go, I don't want to be one of those people who said, I saw this going to happen, and then everyone's like, what, you didn't say nothing? Well, I did.
Yeah. Well, we've got proof that you said something.
Yeah.
It's funny, you wonder about some of this stuff last time, because there's those crazy, like, conspiracy theorists that think that 2008 only happened because people said it was going to happen, and then it manifested.
Yeah,
and then once you start reporting on it, it makes it a real thing then, and then panic sets in and it actually happens. So,
yeah, but but 2008 was. I mean, they've got that movie out now as well on the short with all those actors in it.
That was a subprime.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Stuff.
That's what it's really more about. That you can't give poor people a home loan at 110% and expect shit not to happen. Like.
Yeah. Unless you're a crazy conspiracy theorist that believes that it was set up to happen. Yeah. So this article I'm reading here is the 6 signs that point to a 2016 crash. And the Chinese bubble has begun to pop.
Yep.
European situation's gotten worse.
We knew all about that. Greece was fucked over, and it has gotten worse. Yep.
Oh, here's an interesting one.
Yep.
More and more students are graduating. Like, a record number of students graduate every year with more student loans on the market.
Yep.
So if unemployment's rising and there are more students coming out of university with debt, they can't pay it off.
That's right.
Central banks their interest rate gaps are too small.
Yep.
Economic data shows patterns similar right before the last recession. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm out of a job and...
Yeah.
Are we still going to podcast when we're destitute?
Well,
I won't have an internet connection. It'll just be a cup and string.
We can work something out.
Fair enough.
I think I'll still have a job, so...
Will you? Oh, yeah, of course you will. Considering I better go into your industry.
Yeah.
Because I could be fucked because I'm in finance. Shit.
That's right. See? That's why I got out of oil and gas. Plus, it was catching up to me that I didn't do any fucking work all day, so I had to get out.
There's that.
There's that.
Like,
so what have you been doing for the last 6 months? I quit.
Yeah. I've got that tomorrow, actually, because I went back, like, our business shuts down over Christmas.
Yep.
And I went back last week and my boss isn't back till tomorrow. So last week I had the whole week of not having my boss there.
Yep.
Kind of maybe took it a little bit easy. So if they want to have a meeting in the morning wondering what I did last week.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm starting to feel a little bit sick.
Yeah. Well, I'm in trouble as well for the same reason. Like, I've been bugging on how busy I am and everything. And they're like, oh, you should get someone in to help, I was like, yeah, all right, I'll interview a couple of people, haven't found the right person, just kind of dodged a bullet. And then my boss was like, put someone on now.
Uh-oh. And then they're going to be like, what have I got to do?
Yeah, that's right. So
hire a lazy person.
Like, now I've got to come up.
Invent work?
No, I don't have to invent it. I've just got to do some stuff, which I really don't want to do. So.
That's crap. Who wants to do that? And they wonder why we're headed for an economic crisis.
Exactly.
Yeah, the workforce isn't lazy at all.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
Anyway. Fair enough. All right.
So, well, what... Yeah, I said, sorry, I hijacked the podcast there. What did you want to start with?
Man. I wanted to talk about beards.
Okay.
Because my beard is becoming
quite...
Is this where you make
fun of me for my recent beard mishap?
No, because I haven't seen it. I didn't actually see it.
Right.
You didn't Instagram this. I didn't get an email. What the fuck?
Instagram it,
yeah. How big was the chunk you took out of it?
Oh, it was enough that I couldn't just... I started thinking of ways like, can I put a Band-Aid there, or can I, what can I do? But it was bad enough of a chunk that,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, nothing. So what happened was I went to trim my beard because it was quite... Like, some patches were really long and some weren't as long. So I went to trim the really long patches and I angled the trimmer the wrong way and I just took a huge chunk out.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, now I've got to trim the whole thing. And then I tried to trim it back, but it just went stupid. And so I had to really trim it back, which is really annoying.
Yeah. So that was a week ago now, though. You must have got some thickness back in it by now.
Not a lot. Like, it
Not
took
really.
me, it took me a good fucking, it was 4 months to get it to where I was. Well, you saw it a couple of weeks ago, so...
Yeah, mine's like 12 weeks now, but...
So you're good at it.
Well, the problem with mine is that I've got a spot on mine where it looks like I've taken a chunk out of it. I don't know why. There's just this one part of my face where it won't fucking grow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just below my right cheek, so it looks like there's a gap in it.
Well,
it just won't grow there for some reason.
You've got enough others. Why don't you just do a bit of glue? Just a bit of hack and glue, a bit of trim and glue.
Do a glue job.
Yeah.
But I was sitting the other day stroking my beard because I've become quite attached to it now.
Yeah.
And I was trying to pinpoint the reason.
Good. You do feel wise and sagely.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah.
I feel like a Jedi.
You really feel like you're pondering, advanced string theory.
Yeah, when you're not.
When
you're just like, what's that itch under my ass?
Yeah, or boobs. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to consider why I was trying to think about why I liked my beard so much, and I think I figured out the reason.
Okay, why?
Well, it looks cool, not that beards don't look cool and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's the only thing in life where you can achieve greatness by doing absolutely nothing. That's what it is for me. That's the key. That's why I like it so much.
Okay, I'm not.
In fact, the least you do.
What do you mean by achieve greatness, though?
Well, the least you do, so you don't touch your beard, it grows really thick and full.
Yeah.
you get this great Jedi full-on beard.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you're a doyen or something.
Well, I must admit, like, I really got like a real Obi-Wan Kenobi thing happening, and I was real happy with it. So I'm hoping to, I'm definitely want to get back to that stage. So.
They put that white. I don't know if he grew that naturally, but if they put that white bit in his beard, that looks boss, man.
Yeah.
I'm not quite old enough for that, I don't think.
Oh, I got a little bit of
You were getting white through yours.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So, are you talking Skywalker or Obi-Wan? What are you?
Skywalker. Sorry, Skywalker.
Beard,
yeah.
Okay.
Obi-Wan's was white. Yeah. These people that have beard oils and shit in it.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Oh, you've got beard oil?
Yeah, I got beard balm, beard oil. Beard balm's good, man.
You've gone full beard. I haven't done any of this. I've just on au naturel.
Free plug, go to thebeardedchap.com. It's a store in Brisbane. Or we can stop in there actually next week or the week after if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
They sell soap. The soap, actually, I already get some more soap. I'm out of their soap. Their soap I definitely recommend.
Okay.
The beard oil, take it or leave it. But the beard balm is awesome too.
Does the beard oil make it softer?
It does kind of, but even the bottle says only do it 2 to 3 times a week. It does kind of make it a bit like, twilighty, like a bit glisteny,
Yeah.
And I don't want to be, glistening like fucking Edward, so... Or Jacob.
Did yours get to a certain length where it was sticking out and you couldn't, keep it down?
Yeah, that's what the beard balm's for.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
balm's good shit.
That's what I need.
Right. I guess we're going to the Bearded Chap in a couple of weeks.
The Bearded Chap. Where is it at?
It's in Paddington, I believe, in Brisbane.
Right. How did you get onto it? If
when I started growing it, and I realised I needed a decent trimmer because my mustache seems to grow very quick.
Yeah, right.
And because I have a non-existent top lip, when my mustache gets a bit long, it kind of hides the fact that I've got top lip, so I'm walking around with just the bottom lip. So I need to keep that quite trimmed. So my wife went to the shaver shop to buy me some trimmers, and while she was there, the actual girl behind the counter recommended that because her boyfriend bought this shit. So
he's a hipster.
Hipster. Yeah. They sell. Yeah, they're full on hipster store. But they've even got like a mustache guard, and it's a little bit of copper semicircle you put over your cup. So when you're drinking, the liquid doesn't get in your mustache.
That's sick.
So but they sell a full range of beard stuff. But just their balm and soap, I would fucking highly recommend. It's a little, the balm's a little pricey, but it lasts. Like you literally use. Think of like a tin of. It's like it comes in a big tin of like a shoe polish tin, but a bigger one.
Yep.
And the recommended amount is to literally run your thumbnail across the back and get an amount that would be, I don't know, fucking like. What can I think of that's the size of...
5 cent piece?
No, basically a 5 cent piece size,
Right, or a dime if you're in
thicker,
America.
A bit thicker, like not a marble, but half a marble.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, like a glob.
Yeah, like a little ball.
Globule? Is globule a word?
What's a fucking size I can come up with here? I really want to...
Nodule? Like the tip of a Q-tip. You know Q-tips that you put in your ear to poke your brain?
Yeah. Just the
size of the head of one of those?
Maybe 2 Q-tips.
2 Q-tips, okay.
4 at the most. Right. Absolute most.
Do you actually use Q-tips to clean your ears? Because I use them just to press on my brain.
Oh, yeah, I use them for pleasure.
You know when you get like real deep?
Yeah. Definitely, man. Earbuds are just
that's
a pleasure device. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very dangerous, though. What you're actually pressing on is part of your eardrum, and you can actually go deaf very easily.
It is, but if you get it right in that spot.
Yeah. Wow, we're really fucking diverging on this one, aren't we? We've got to touching our brains with Q-tips. The Bearded Chap recommended.
The Bearded Chap, okay, fair enough. I've got the same problem with my mustache, and that's one of my greatest regrets, is that I'll never have that, like, Tom Selleck. You know that, like, long mustache, thick mustache. Yeah. Oh, well. You can't have it all, I suppose.
Nope. So you can't. Hey, so since you... Oh, sorry, was there any more bearded related?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. You're just proud you've achieved something.
By doing nothing. It's brilliant. It's the only thing. You tell me something else you can achieve by doing nothing. Apart from homelessness.
Well, yeah. It's dangerous because now I'm like... Yeah, same thing. I'm like, I've always wanted to do it. So now I've done something I've always wanted to do. And now it's like, what other things have I always wanted to do?
Yeah, same.
Dangerous. But they take effort, so, fuck that. All right.
Exactly.
What else have I always wanted to do that takes no effort? I did get fat, so, I achieved that one
good.
too. Yeah.
Or good hyper-obesity.
Yeah, that took effort.
Stupid bird.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't think of
I think I'll order a tab.
Were we going to talk a bit more Star Warsy stuff or not? Are we done with that?
No, we've never done that before.
I wanted to mention then, my ideal... this popped into my head the other day. Because people are now speculating that Rey is actually a Kenobi.
No, I think we're right originally.
Well, I like the idea, though. I must admit, I like the whole Rey as a Kenobi
It's not
theory.
a bad idea, but something I noticed? Can I tell you something I noticed quickly before you jump in?
Go on.
So when they do the flashback scene and Rey she watches the ship fly off back into space...
Yeah, and there's someone holding her hand, she's screaming,
Yeah, no, that ship is a first-order ship. It's the same ship that flew down at the very start...
Definitely, 100%
to torch
confirmed.
the first... Well, it looks the same to me, not 100%. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean she still can't be a Kenobi, though. Like, Phasma might be Phasma
true.
Kenobi. It could be, Phasma could be Kenobi's daughter, for all we know.
But who was Kenobi getting it on with?
Well, he just, think about it, though. The dude, was all Jedi. All the Jedis got massacred by Anakin.
Yeah, he runs off to the desert.
Yoda goes, oh, I lost one fucking fight, so I'm going to go have a sook for eternity, and you go off and go to the desert.
Yeah, and meditate.
You think after about 5 years he's not going to be thinking, Yoda might not have been the best idea.
That's true.
I'm going to Toshi Station to get me some power converters. Oh, that's her name. It's Rey Power Converter.
Rey Power Converter. Yeah.
It's Rey Converter. So, anyway, if she is a Kenobi, I would just like to throw out there my ideal end scene for the third Star Wars movie in this new trilogy.
Oh, so you're jumping all the way to end.
I'm going to jump right up to the end, and I want to see Kylo Ren and Rey having a fight, and then for whatever reason, and I don't know how to work this into the plot, but Kylo, he killed his dad, so he can't go back and go, hey, Leia, sorry I killed Dad, let's be friends. That's never going to happen. She's never going to be happy with him, so I think he needs to sacrifice himself Obi-Wan Kenobi style. And Rey so he just holds up his lightsaber for whatever reason in the plot, and Rey kills him, and then that brings it round and closes the gap. So Obi-Wan Kenobi killed, Vader, and now it's
Vader, his
the grandson killing the
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see if she is a Kenobi, that for whatever reason they're fighting or whatever, and maybe there's some other shit happening.
And he finally turns to the light side. Yeah,
and he turns around and he just goes, I will now fucking sacrifice myself for whatever reason, strike me down because Mum's never going to take me back, whatever. And he just holds up his fucking lightsaber, and Rey just fucking carves the shit out of him. Or Luke does it.
Yeah,
I don't care who. I just think it'd be an awesome scene to have him actually not necessarily defeated, but he surrenders.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Luke doing any fighting, which is a shame.
Oh, we've got to. If we don't,
I really want him to.
That's the only thing I want to see. I want to see him kick fucking ass.
Yeah, I want to see badass Luke Skywalker Jedi, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Even if it's just one little scene, and not a stupid one like we got in Attack of the Clones, where you finally saw how Yoda fights and he just fucking jumps all over
flips
the place.
around. Or what they did with Dooku and that stupid spin on that ship.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where they made him spin vertically and shit like that.
No, that was the Emperor.
No, that was... No, I'm talking about just before... This is Revenge of the Sith opening scene where they fight Dooku.
Oh, I know. He does
was that the
backflip.
Emperor?
Yeah, that was the Emperor.
Oh, the backflip.
The backflip was him,
right. Okay, fair enough. Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he does some badass Jedi shit, I'm pretty happy. Yeah. And not lifting an X-Wing out of a swamp, too.
Oh, you don't want to... Oh, that's what's going to happen the next one. He's going to be teaching Rey. He's going to lift something heavy out of the ocean. He's going to be like... Lift that rock out of the ocean. She's going to be like... I can't, it's too big.
Of course, yeah.
And he's going to know. What he's going to do is he's going to start and he's going to go, oh, yeah, you're right, it is too fucking big. How did Yoda do that?
He was so little.
Oh, dear.
You know, I never realised until someone pointed out, because I saw a video on YouTube of someone who paralleled Anakin beside Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker was a whiny bitch as well.
Yeah.
I hated finding that out recently.
Yeah.
Ignorance was bliss.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's fine.
But I was going to the Tossing Station because of power converters.
Yeah. I'll never do it. It can never be done. Shut up. Fuck.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't mind that idea. I don't mind that idea, but I think Rey's going to be closer related. That's the thing. It's either going to be cousin or sister. It's probably going to be sister.
I just think it would be good if they made her a Kenobi and then, fucking Obi-Wan just had some dirty desert fling with,
Yeah. But they better fill in a backstory. They can't just keep going, I've got Darth Vader's helmet. Let's not explain that. Here's a lightsaber. We'll explain that another time.
Yeah.
Fill some shit in, please. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be hard. You'd assume... The Vader helmet, you'd assume just be still hanging out on fucking Endor, so that wouldn't be hard to find.
No, of course not. But, there were too many things... I just think there were too many things from the first few movies that just happened to show up.
Yeah.
That were key, but...
Anyway,
whatever.
Sure.
But, of course, they had to work Vader's helmet into it somewhere. Somehow they had to sell all that new merchandise.
Yep.
That's interesting. How did you come up with that theory?
Just popped into my fucked up head. That's why I wanted to get it on record before I saw someone else came up with the idea.
So does that mean you're abandoning the theory that she's a Phasma daughter?
Yeah, well, I'm not abandoning it. I'm just simply saying that if the Kenobi theory comes about, that's the scene I would like to see as a result of it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm simply saying that'd be an awesome thing to really close the gap. So I know that, but then all the nerds would be like, "Oh, it's the same fucking story again." Well, no,
I don't know. They don't seem to care that we just saw A New Hope again. Yeah. So gives a fuck.
So yeah,
fair enough. That's awesome.
What else was I gonna talk about? Can't think of anything. What do you got?
Obama.
Oh,
Obama.
okay. Okay, what's going on? Because I didn't get to research this. What's happening with Obama?
All right. So, because of the latest shooting that happened, Obama's decided to take executive action, which means he can overrule whatever.
Did he execute Executive Order 66?
Well, yeah, I don't know if Jar Jar was involved, granting emergency executive powers, but... so
what's he done?
So I thought that it was going to be something major, like he's decided that, we're going to do a gun buyback like they did in Australia.
I want every AR-15 off the street.
Yeah, exactly. Semi and fully automatic rifles have to come out. His proposed new focus is on new background checks. Yeah. That means that you can no longer buy a gun, because apparently if you went to a gun show or a trade show or something and you had a license, you could buy a gun from the trade show without a background check.
Yeah.
Right? So his new thing... His new thing is meaning that you now need a background check before you can take that gun home. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Wow.
You already need a background check if you're going to go buy a gun from a gun store.
Wow.
Yeah, watch it. Yeah.
Wow.
Woo! Obama saves the world.
That's what he's come up with.
That's going to clean up the streets, isn't it? That's like Batman going, don't think I'll go out tonight. Think I'll just stay in, let the baddies sort it out themselves. It's ridiculous. Oh, he's going to hire new investigators to investigate requirements, and then investment to increase access to mental health care. Fair enough. $500 million to mental health care. Fair enough. They need that.
Do you think the NRA was all waiting for this announcement, ready for their action plan, and then they went, let's just go barbecue and kill shit?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right, yeah. 3-day waiting period. Way to step in, Obama, and show some power. What a Jesus. I mean,
Sorry, America, pull your head in.
I know, it's fucked up, isn't it? Yeah. Why can't they look, okay, I get it. It's a massive population, fair enough. Yep. Much bigger than Australia was, and they're much more outspoken about their rights as citizens.
Yeah.
But why can't they take AR-15s off them? Why can't they just start going
you can't just say AR-15. I mean, there's a whole... What you need to do is say all, fully automatic and semi-automatic rifles and magazines, Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But what's wrong with... I guess... No, that's not going to work.
No, what?
I was going to say, what's wrong with making a law that you can't have a firearm in your house? If you're going to own it, because...
You've got to go to a gun range?
You've got to go to a gun range where it's locked up.
I thought of that, where you say you go to the gun range, they give you a gun, and then, The problem with that is there's too many Americans with too much land, and they shoot on their own land, or they go out in the desert... and just shoot out there, because one of the YouTube channels I follow, or not follow, is dropping every now and then because he's got some cool gear gear reviews and stuff, and some of his stuff I like.
Yeah.
His TMP Nut and Fancy project, and he often just packs up, drives up somewhere where it's obviously legal to shoot, and just goes out and just runs around shooting his guns. And like part of that, I'm like, what the fuck? What if someone else turns up and's like just around the corner? You don't see him, But that would be your argument against that.
Right. Okay.
That would be the problem with that, is that you're taking away. There's not enough gun clubs for them all, but fuck them. I mean, that's my solution. Would be the same thing. It's like, sorry, all guns must be at a gun club. Go to the gun club, sign your gun out. It's your gun still, and sign it out.
Do it with your will. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Anyway, there's no easy answer, but because they had this full-on press conference. It was announced, government's taking executive action. Shit's going to happen, and then he comes out. We're going to have background checks.
Wow.
And I was thinking to myself, don't they already do that?
Yeah. Was everyone in the media room kind of like looking at each other going, has anyone told him we kind of do that and it still fucking doesn't work? So,
So, anyway, well done, Obama.
Yeah, well done, America. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
Until the next shooting.
Yeah. Sorry, America, for insulting you. Please keep listening.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll shoot you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What else is happening around the world? Oh, Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner's trying to sell the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, right.
But the condition of sale is...
like that shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There's two conditions of sale, and that's one of them. You're not allowed to blue light it. No. One of the conditions is, if you buy this house... You have to let Hugh Hefner stay there with you for the remainder of his life. And obviously creepy. There'd be other conditions onto what rooms are Hef's and what access he's allowed.
Right, yeah.
And anyway, he wants $200 million for it.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that a couple of real estate experts have got on there and gone, that thing's worth a lot less, apparently because it's so old and hasn't been kept up as well as it should.
Yeah.
Inside's apparently pretty fucked up and old and a lot of wreckage and
that grotto, man.
And it's really the land, like everything, the land that's valued, and they reckon that it's worth $60 million. Possibly as high as 90 just for the fame of having the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, well, it's the Playboy Mansion, isn't it? But someone's going to have to put some serious restoration work into it.
Millions and millions of dollars. So, but the funny thing is, they're saying, look, 60, maybe 90.
Right.
But ain't no 200, and it's 200 with 200. And it's like, do you have to feed him and tuck him in? Like, what?
Yeah,
I
know. Touch his pee-pee.
Yeah.
Did the bunnies still live there as well, or?
I know. I think they're all gone, aren't they? Isn't that the point? I think the thing is, because he's 89, he realises he's got a few years left.
Yeah,
he just wants
to
fucking live it out there, but he's obviously run out of money, because otherwise it'd just be, why doesn't he just live there and then,
Well, I was going to say he's 89. Surely he's got enough money just to survive the rest of his life.
Well,
like,
obviously not. I mean,
$200 for?
Like Playboy, really, what the fuck? I mean, it's just a few.
Well, he took nudity out of it, so
that's like that thing in the first Iron Man. Here's a gun maker who doesn't sell guns. Like, here's a nudie mag with no nudity.
No nudity. Yeah. Now you have to buy it for the articles.
That's right. Yeah, you've got no choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Well, someone will buy it surely just because it's the Playboy Mansion, right?
Well, the thing is, it'd be probably most likely a property developer, but no one's going to pay $200 million for it. That's the thing.
No, exactly. Yeah. Unless someone who wants to carry on the legacy. But that's the thing I never understood about Hef is why did he never have any children? Like,
even just have children as, with one of the
why
bunnies
didn't
or whatever.
why didn't he just... Because he used to contract the bunnies to be his girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
Like,
why didn't he... Yeah.
I'm surprised he... Yeah, it's a job, right? They're prostitutes. Yeah. I'm surprised he never picked one to father children with and, raise them in his own image, like a boy or something, or at least adopt a boy or something like that, but...
Yeah, if he couldn't, why didn't he just buy one fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Okay. 200 million. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who's got that sort of money. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, here's a news story. Patient dies after being punched by a Russian doctor.
Okay, good.
What the fuck? Why did he punch him? Wonder what
he was
happened.
trying to treat him with vodka and the patient declined.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Apparently he touched up the nurse.
The patient did.
Yeah, and then the doctor decided to get into a fight with him and then punch the shit out of him.
And killed him. Oh, shit. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, interesting.
Jesus.
Oh. Wow. Don't touch my nurses. They are mine. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sad note. Anyway, we're coming up on time. Is there anything else you wanted to...
No, let's end on dead Russians.
Let's end on dead Russian patients. Yeah, don't go to a doctor in Russia, kids. Yeah. And touch... Here's good advice for everything. If you go into Russia and you have to go to the doctor, don't feel up the nurses. A little bit of a public service announcement there, so...
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Good times. I'll end.